What is up, everybody, and welcome to our how-to mini series. Now, hopefully you're here to get some knowledge, and this is the right place. Now, before you do anything, I want you to hit that subscribe button and tick that little bell notification, because you'll get to know when we publish videos, but also, and more importantly, and I'll come on to why that's important, you get notified when our live stream comes out on a Friday. Okay, so this video was filmed as part of our live stream that we do on a Friday at 7 o'clock UK time. Now, that show's called The Long Run Show. It also is a podcast, and you can get that on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. You can get that every week on those platforms. And these how-to videos are a part or taken out of those live stream sessions that we've done. So this video, you'll probably see me staring a lot in front of me, because I'm looking at like Wilco and admin and total and things like that. But basically, we're talking about the subject that this video is about, and that's where this content's come from. So again, most important than anything else, make sure you subscribe, get that bell notification, because then you'll get notified when we come out with the live stream on a Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, and you can tune into that live and be part of the audience, which is really awesome. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. The next part is me talking through the podcast, through the live stream, about the subject, and hopefully it helps you. And yeah, so we better get stuck in.
Okay, look, I'll tell you what, I'll start with me, right? So everybody sit down. This could go on for a while, but I'm going to give you, what am I now? 5? Too long? Okay, all right. I'll give you four things, it's fair, that I changed in my training, which I think has helped me improve over the years. Now, the first thing, and you should know this by now, is that I slowed down. Now, you're thinking, huh? I slowed down in those easy runs. Instead of going out and just running, I made sure that I was doing easy work. Okay. That was one of the things that because I was guilty of going out there and just running and then doing fast speed work and then doing long runs. But I didn't take the other runs. I didn't look at those runs and think to myself, this needs to be a low effort and do that. But by implementing it and making sure, well, I knew it, but making sure I did it was one of the things that really has helped my training, because my recovery was better, my ability to put more effort into those tougher sessions. I saw a big gain from that. I think sort of staying on that sort of effort level kind of thing, and it's a relatively new one, this one, and that is to speed up my longer runs. Now, I've just sort of contradicted myself there. I appreciate that, but I do think, actually, on reflection, that I have been guilty of running my long runs too slow, because there's a fine line between sort of running them too easy and being in that point where you're actually really getting a gain out of it. And I do think, actually, on reflection, I was running them too slow. So just speeding it up a notch has helped me in terms of my training. It's given me a little bit more impetus in those runs. It's made them get more out of those runs. It's easier to transition to that goal pace, because I put more goal pace into those workouts as well. And I just think speeding those little runs, those long runs up a fraction, has actually really, really benefited me. I think, I would say working on form has helped. I've still got a terrible form, and it is one of the, actually, how many am I allowed? Was it 4, wasn't it? So let's say number 3 is probably improving my form while I'm training. So even, like, I'm quite old now, 43, but even now I'm still trying to work in my runs on improving my form, pushing my hips forward, my shoulders back. Making sure my foot strike is where I want it to be. And I've worked really hard on my foot strike. I think I've improved it a lot. From being a heel striker, moving it, more to a midfoot, and really emphasising on where my foot strike is on depending on the effort. So I think having changed or having worked on my form in training has definitely benefited me. Definitely. No surprise, really, for me. My last one is probably the speed stuff. Now I don't like doing intervals, right? I absolutely hate doing them. So for me, it's more fartlek and stuff like that. So if I'm going out, I'm tearing it up. I'm looking to put a really high effort in over, a 30-minute period with a decent warm up, decent cool down. But really nailing those speed sessions. I mean, it's a pretty obvious one actually. What number? My fourth number, yeah. So my last one, it's pretty obvious, but I think changing up my speed work and really, really dialing it in and really making sure that it is actually, top end. And I'm not sort of cruising along at about 80% effort level, but really going for it 100. I think that's actually really helped me. And that's something that I have changed. And it's more of a mental thing than anything else. I think changing that mindset to be at 100%, to not quit, to not give up. And I always have it in the back of my mind, this is only going to be half an hour. I've just got to cowboy up and get on with it. It's that kind of mentality that switched up from before where I kind of really dreaded it, really hated it, and really didn't look forward to doing them. It is one of the things that I've changed in my training, probably for the better. So yeah, they're the sort of what would we say, four things that I've changed in my training that actually I think actually generally have improved me as a runner. I've seen it with my times, I've seen it with my attitude towards my running and how much I'm enjoying it. They're the sort of four things that I've changed in my training that have really helped me.
Right guys, so hopefully that was useful. Let me know in the comments, was that super useful? Was that super interesting? If you've got something you want to talk about on the show, email in at longrunshow@gmail.com. And we say we'd love to have you live on the show, 7 o'clock every Friday. If you can't catch us there, then make sure you listen to us on your favourite podcast provider. All right, that's it for me guys. I'll catch you later.